Welcome to the Visualize Meditations podcast, hosted by your gal pal, Sasha, a Chopra-certified meditation teacher, athlete, and adventurer. This is a place where high performance and health meets fulfillment and fun. Each week, I'm bringing you guided visualization meditations and honest solo sessions where I share personal development, my most unhinged stories, and intimate interviews. Whether we're chatting wellness, achievement, or building an aligned community, we're here to create the life of your dreams and have an absolute blast doing it. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. To paint the scene for you, right now I'm currently in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I know that's really random, and if you want to hear more about what I'm getting up to, please feel free to follow along my solo sessions where I get more into my life, personal development, intimate interviews, whatever. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to do a visualization meditation, and I'll be doing a sports summer series. We all know I love an alliteration, so welcome to Sasha's Sporty summer series, where I'm actually collaborating with some coaches and some athletes to bring these meditations to you. So the meditations that you'll be hearing through the rest of the summer and maybe beyond are ones that were suggested to me and recommended and requested by coaches and athletes, because I know that a lot of you guys and a lot of the listeners and a lot of the audience are actually athletes and movement oriented, and there's so much data between visualization and athletic performance. So I want to create some custom meditations for you guys to help improve your performance. So today's meditation is going to be all around your warm up and specifically practicing your shots, practicing the movements that get you in the flow. This is going to be a little bit more of a general sports meditation. Later on in the summer, we'll have some more sport specific meditations, but for now we're going to keep it pretty general. So when I'm having you visualize different moves that you're doing, whatever sport that you're in, visualize the different types of shots you're taking, the different types of moves you're doing. And that's specific to you. So maybe in tennis, it'll be the forehand, backhand, or maybe in basketball, it'll be your dribble and your free throw. Just pick the moves that you're really wanting to practice in your mind when we're going through this. So without further ado, let's begin the meditation. You can find yourself in a comfortable seated position with your eyes gently and safely closed. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, and emotions are completely normal. And if they come up for you, just recognize that they're happening with no judgment and bring yourself back to the breath and to the moment and to the visualization. You can place your hands on your lap, face down for grounding and face up for receiving. Let's start this practice together with some deep cleansing breaths. Allow them to be the deepest breaths you've taken all day. We'll do 3 together. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, let it all go. Hold. Last one together. Inhale, the deepest one you've taken. Sip some air at the top. Hold. Let it all go with a sigh. Now visualize yourself preparing for your warm-up. Getting dressed with your gear, getting your gear all together, making sure you have everything that you need. That's your water, the right clothing, right footwear, getting everything sorted so that you're walking into that gym knowing that you are completely prepared. As you're ready to go, visualize yourself getting to your court or your gym, wherever you'll be practicing or playing. Visualize yourself walking into your playing environment and your practice environment and getting ready to warm up. It looks like putting your stuff down, getting a little stretch in, starting to move the body a little bit. Visualize yourself gearing up and getting into focus mode. Now visualize yourself moving into the space on the court or field where you'll be practicing. And we're going to go ahead and get started visualizing, practicing that first movement, that first shot. Visualize yourself doing this over and over again, perfectly every time, like you're in the pocket and in the flow. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like, smell like, taste like? Really slip into this moment and this feeling. And visualize yourself doing this first move in slow motion. Really pay attention to how it feels to be in every single moment of this shot. Let's move on to the second type of movement, something else you're warming up and practicing. Do the same thing. Visualize yourself doing this movement over and over again perfectly and in the pocket, in the flow. Really pay attention to what it looks like and what it feels like. Visualize yourself doing that second type of movement in slow motion. Really feel every single second of what it feels like to make that perfect shot. Let's move on to the third and final movement that you'll be warming up and practicing today. Visualize yourself doing this movement that you're warming up over and over again. Focus how it feels to be in the flow, in the pocket, and what that looks like, what it feels like. And visualize yourself doing this third motion in slow motion. Really focus on every single micro movement within this movement. you can start to wrap up your warm-up. Make sure you get any other last movements that you really want to practice before getting into your playing time. You can start to really tap into the feeling of how it feels to be in the pocket, in the flow, knowing that you are on top of your game. Really sit in this feeling. Allow this feeling to fill you up and to radiate out of you. You can bring some gentle movement back to your physical body. Maybe roll the head, roll the shoulders. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm ready to actually go and hit some balls. But that's for me, that's tennis. But I hope that meditation was really helpful for you to get some mental practice in. There are a lot of studies showing that the link between visualization and sports performance is unparalleled because your brain physically does not know the difference between mental practice and actual practice. There was actually a study done with basketball players. They did some testing where they had one group visualize practicing 100 free throws. They had one group actually do 100 free throws, and then they had one group who practiced in real life and mentally. Now, obviously, the group that practiced and visualized did the best out of the three, but the second best group as far as improvement goes was the visualization group. So even if you're not practicing, getting a mental practice in is just as valuable as actually going and getting on the court and getting on the field, and it is adding the competitive edge to your game. So go look at the data, go look at the studies, and practice in your mind, because your brain truly does not know the difference. You're creating these neural pathways within your brain, so it already knows the situation. So when you're actually in the real situation, your brain goes, oh, I've already been here before. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how this feels. I know exactly what this looks like. So I'm just going to replicate that because it's subconscious and it just will automatically go with the pattern. So when you're practicing mentally, it is just as valuable as practicing physically. This would not be the Visualize Meditations podcast if I didn't tell you to take some sort of step to turn this vision into a reality. If that means writing down exactly what that felt like in every single movement, if that means actually getting on the court and getting some playtime in, if that means scheduling in your next play session or playtime or practice session, that's the best thing to do. Whatever that looks like to turn this vision into a reality, do it right now while you're in this state. And if you guys have any suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them. Every Monday we have a meditation here, every Wednesday an episode of the Mastermind Moments podcast, and every Friday a solo sessions here. And I'm super excited about this Sporty summer series. And if you have any other comments, questions, concerns, requests, anything, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to make it for you. And we will see you guys next week on the Visualize Meditations podcast. Bye. I hope today's episode left you feeling inspired and aligned. Make sure you're following the show so you never miss out on our weekly meditations or solo chats. I love connecting with you guys. Let's talk on Instagram and TikTok at Visualize Meditations, and we will catch you guys next week on the Visualize Meditations podcast. Bye.